Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for being with us today. Really excited to talk to you guys about San Diego Comic-Con and the panel that you're hosting there. Can you please introduce yourselves to our Temple of Geek watchers, viewers?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Hi, Temple of Geek viewers. My name is Danielle Beckmann. I am an actress and a filmmaker and the co-founder of Brooklyn Quarter, which is our production company, which we'll talk a little more about.
Yeah, and my name is Timothy Reese. I am a former journalist and maker and filmmaker and also a co-founder of Brooklyn Quarter.
Yeah. Awesome. So you guys have a panel coming up at San Diego Comic-Con. So a couple questions. Where is your panel? What time? What day? And also, can you tell us a little bit about your panel?
Absolutely. Sure. So logistics first. It's Sunday, July 24th at 3:00, and it is in the convention center. It's room 32AB. I'm assuming A and B are separate rooms, but there's the divider wall that won't be there. So it'll be great. And yeah, we're really excited to be like in the hub of everything. And it's the final day. So we say, go out with a bang and come join us. Yeah. And the panel is called
Level Up, Creating an RPG Empire.
Yes. Yeah. So it's going to be all about the idea of RPGs, tabletop role-playing games in general. We have some amazing brands on there, from like Cantrip Candles to dice makers like Dispel Dice. We have Elhoffer Design. She does amazing like geek themed apparel. We have
Wyrmwood
Gaming, and we also have our show, which
Carcerem.
We have Carcerem, the series, which is an amazing podcast audio drama that's kind of based in an RPG style world. And then we have our show and our company, Brooklyn Quarter, along with our show is called Novel Chronicles, which is an actual play D&D show on YouTube. So it's really kind of encompassing a lot of different brands and perspectives. We're really excited.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And so, I feel like a lot of the things that you're talking about, like leveling everything up, is you sharing a lot of stuff that industry might gatekeep normally. So what basically inspired you to put together this panel?
We were talking with one of our cast members named Victoria Ronnie. I have to cough. There we go. We were talking to one of our cast members, Victoria Ronnie, about the fact that all small businesses, regardless of the niche that they're in, they're kind of all the same, that they're small businesses, right? Like you end up being in these different avenues you're going down, but everyone kind of follows the same path, where you have something you start at home, where you start in a small operation and it slowly expands and then becomes this business. And we realized that with the RPG space, you run into a lot of really interesting diversity with the things people make, whether it's an entertainment product, or whether it's a physical good, or whether it's a consumable like a candle. And so you end up running into a lot of these really interesting pocket industries that are surrounding this RPG gaming space that is such a enthusiast hobby space as well. And so we really loved the idea of having this kind of broad spectrum of businesses being able to talk about their story and their experience starting, because it's gonna be able to impact a lot of people, just because you got manufacturing and entertainment at the same table.
Yeah. And we can speak from experience, literally table. I love that it all comes back to the table because it's, tabletop gaming and that whole idea. But for us, we have an experience of doing over 150 episodes of our Dungeons and Dragons show. And that's all started around a dining room table. Yeah. And from there, we moved to a studio in Brooklyn. Our production company is called Brooklyn Quarter. That's where we started. Now we're in LA and we have a studio out here. And so this idea of leveling up, scaling up, all these kind of different things. And I love that your question about gatekeepers, because it's so true. And we're such of the mindset to just make your own work, make your own way.
Make your own way.
And everyone on the panel has done that in some capacity. So
Right. And I'm really familiar with Catherine Elhoffer and just like the work that she's done and how she's grown over the years. And you were saying, also it's about consumables, but so many things. And I think that what's really interesting and why your panel is such a good fit for San Diego Comic-Con is because there's already so many creatives that are attracted to conventions like this, who are attracted to games like tabletop gamings and stuff. And I think it's almost like natural for it to become almost like a business, or you get these ideas and it's just like creatives tend to like gravitate towards RPG, and they tend to gravitate towards like, coming up with just like these fun ideas and stuff. And so I think San Diego Comic-Con is like the perfect place for your panel. And I appreciate sharing, your knowledge with the rest of us trying to level up.
Yes, exactly. That's what we want to do. So
yeah.
And then who would you like to invite to this panel?
Yeah, that's a great question too. I think that I've seen a few friends over the years, kind of start like their one-off type things. If it's, a tarot reading company, or I also coach actors and artists. So I know of some people who have gotten into the music space, specifically in the with the intention of having their music play on live streams or shows. And so I think it's those people like that who have a seed of an idea and are hungry for just a little bit more of that knowledge to sink their teeth into. Because I mean, from Wyrmwood to Dispel Dice, I mean, these companies are doing millions in Kickstarters, and so just kind of getting a little bit of that knowledge, and not only being able to talk and hear from us during the panel, but we're always happy to continue the conversation as well. And so the way that I look at it is like, it's such a community. And so if I meet you at a con and you have questions for us and how we did things, or you want a connection to so-and-so, I'm always open to that. So it's almost like a really good way to enter into this community of makers, like by coming to the panel.
I one thing I really like is that it's one thing to go like, we have people that do resin pour dice and people that do furniture manufacturing. And what I love though is that the lessons of kind of just scaling your idea from something that you do literally in your kitchen to something that you hope to one day provide an income for yourself with. I really like the idea of being able to kind of glean tips from the people that have done it, and they're the ones who did it. Like everyone that we have on this panel is not a representative of a company that's been around for 100 years that they're stewarding. They're people that have helped start their businesses. And so I think that's it for me. I love these people because their perspectives are so great, right? Like I love listening to them talk about their ideas. And so it's really one of those things where I'm like, oh, I love that everyone's going to be on the same spot, because you just get to hear them like just talk about their story.
And it's almost like the creativity is like exploding out of them, because they're all at this really great place of they've all gone through hardships and they've learned. And even for us, like we are just becoming self-sufficient from our Patreon base. And so for us, that's really exciting that we get to do the show and have it funded in that way. But that wasn't always the case.
We've been going for 6 years. And in those 6 years, or 5 years, 6 years, somewhere in there.
I guess like 5.
Yeah, 5 years. And it's one of those things where we we've had to evolve and develop according to just learning what we're doing. I mean, we had no idea what we're doing. Like creating a tabletop show looks like really easy. It's like, oh, it's all confined in a room, and it's really hard. And you don't know that when you start, and you're not going to find like a really in-depth tutorial for your exact situation.
No, like there's a player's handbook for D&D, but there's no like start your own show handbook.
Yeah. Because the technology changes so much, and the culture changes so much, and the style changes so much,
and also even social media changes, and where you're sharing and how you're doing things. It used to be Instagram, now it's TikTok, and it's just everywhere.
It's a constantly moving target. And so like that's one of the things that like the thing that like I'm speaking up, Danielle's hosting and I'm speaking on the panel, because it's like if I can save someone even like an hour of effort, I would be glad to, because it's been many hours of effort to get to where we are now. And so
yeah. And also we're filmmakers too. So we've produced and done multiple films. Our film Liza Anonymous went to Tribeca Film Festival last year. So we have this kind of very interesting skill set we've developed, which is also, it all fuels the fire of that same creativity, you know, so.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I'm excited about your panel. I can't wait to go and, you know, hear everybody. Can you kind of list off for everybody who's going to be at your panel again?
Yeah,
sure. Yeah. So we have
us.
Drum roll, please.
Yeah. So Danielle Beckmann is hosting.
I'm hosting.
I'm on the panel representing Brooklyn Quarter and our show Novel Chronicles, available on YouTube.
Yep. And then we have Karen Wang from Dispel Dice. We have Catherine Elhoffer from Elhoffer Design. Shane Salk, he's the co-creator of Carcerem, the series. We have Bobby Downey and JV from Wyrmwood Gaming. And then we have Christoff Visscher from Cantrip Candles. So it's going to be a party.
Yeah.
It sounds exciting. I'm really excited for you guys. I welcome you to San Diego Comic-Con.
Thank you very much.
So excited to have you guys there. And anything you want to say to our audience before we sign off?
You know, I think just want to say for those people going to the con, just
if you see us, please say hello.
If you see us, if you see Brooklyn Quarter shirts, say hi. You know, we know that it can be very overwhelming. There's so many things to do. So, you know, just hydrate, stay well, pace yourself, enjoy. And we hope to see you Sunday at 3:00.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for being with us. And I hope you guys have a good day.
Thank you so much.